Morning, everybody. Beautiful Monday. So I'll get right to it. We've been very, very fortunate over the weekend and late last week that we haven't had any additional cases relative to this group of residents that we've been monitoring. So we've done a lot of tests and knock on wood, again, no additional cases. So what we're going to be doing is going forward with the plan and opening back up everything starting tomorrow morning. So this includes dining, obviously specific to Williamsville, dining, the cafes, main dining room, and the clubhouse will all be open starting tomorrow here in Williamsville. No services were really affected at this point at Gate Circle, so that'll continue as normal. Williamsville also, all cultural arts events, resident group meetings, fitness center, pool. I believe that the hair salon will probably be open, the beauty salon. They decided to close on their own last week, so that was their decision, but I'll make sure that we communicate with them today to let them know that we're going all back to normal. The changes will be at both campuses, so excuse me a second. It's that mid-August allergies. The changes will be at both campuses, and that will really be that no guests and no personal care aides will be allowed to eat in our dining rooms, cafes, that'll be both here and Gate Circle as well. So again, at least for the time being, no guests, vaccinated or unvaccinated, in any of our dining rooms, cafes. This includes personal care aides. Obviously, staff members haven't been able to eat in there for quite a while, and that will continue. And really, no guests in any resident-specific events. So, meetings, anywhere that you would have a guest, please refrain. When guests come in, we're not going to change our guest policy. We're not going to screen your guests for vaccination at this point. They must wear a mask, and this is at both campuses. This has been ongoing for a few weeks now. They must wear a mask, and they cannot gather in any of the public areas. So they shouldn't be in any lounges, libraries, certainly the cafes and so on. They can certainly come in and go to your apartment and visit with you there and leave. We also aren't closing down the guest rooms, so guests can come in and use the guest rooms too. But again, they have to wear masks, and they can't gather in any other areas of the community. So this includes, again, both campuses. So I'll circle back to that. Williamsville is going to open back up totally as per plan tomorrow. But at both campuses, the big change will be no guests, no personal care aides in the dining rooms, cafes, etc. And it's just simply a reflection of the level of virus that's in the community, which is back to kind of early spring levels, 100, 130, 140, 150 new cases a day, which is really too bad. I mean, it's just terrible. Keep in mind, most of us are all vaccinated, so that's a good thing. And what we have seen is that the vaccinations work, and that those folks that have gotten COVID here in Williamsville have all been vaccinated. And as far as I know today at 10 o'clock in the morning, they're all doing okay. So again, the vaccine works. We've gotten some questions and some emails about the booster shot, the third dose that's being talked about. One of the things that's being talked about in the media is that it's going to be available sooner rather than later to folks with pre-existing conditions and so on, and I'm sure that's true. We have not heard anything from the New York State Department of Health as of yet, which would be coordinating third doses for us. That doesn't mean that it won't happen tomorrow, the next day, and as soon as I hear, I will let you know. What we have heard is from Walgreens, which was our third-party pharmacy that actually administered the doses for us at both campuses, and what we have heard from them is that when it is available, they will be ready to administer it. So we're going to keep close track on that, but as of today, the CDC has not definitively said these are the groups that need a third dose and this is when it's going to be available. They're kind of still moving through that process. So I will, believe me, we're on top of this, and as soon as I know, I'll let everybody know. So again, just to reiterate, because I know this is important to everybody, Williamsville fully open tomorrow. Both Gates and Williamsville, no guests, dining, cafes, including personal care aids. Guests coming in must wear their masks. Residents, again, I'll go back to, it's a good idea right now, right, to wear your masks, both inside of the community and in the greater community, to be vigilant, to be maybe a little bit more low-key than you were a couple of months ago. I'm not mandating masks for residents, so it's your personal choice. You'll see all the staff members continue to wear them, but obviously we're going to continue to let everybody know this is probably a good idea. I am not going to be doing any more town halls this week at this point. That doesn't mean that I won't do them sporadically if we have any of these issues. Let's hope we don't have any breakouts like this again. But it could happen. But as far as town halls on an ongoing basis, I don't have any more scheduled, so we're going to kind of go back to normal communication. I will reiterate what I talked about in terms of dining today in a memo that will go out sometime today. If you have any further questions, you can always email me, rwallace@echa.org. Thanks.